Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It is Monday, March 18th. Yeesh. Welcome on into the show. And just like that, I get knocked out of the show. But I'm back. Like a bad penny turning up. All right. You know what? So much going on. So yesterday, 1-1 in the video. VCU total 126.5, close to 131. Yeah, closing line value super. 1-1. So we did cash with the over of UAB 62-33 since February 25th. That's all fine and dandy. If you missed last night, big tournament show, a lot of that was. Again, I told you I was going to be on the Sean Higgs channel, so maybe you tuned in, maybe you did not, but you missed out. You missed out. I'm sure we'll be talking about some stuff today as we. Listen, we got the playing games tomorrow. We got NIT opening day. Dodgers Padres on Wednesday. All right, so many papers. We got NIT stuff. We have our NCAA stuff. I've already got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games bet in college hoops. That's it. You know, I got no NBA today because I was just busy with all the college basketball. Obviously, baseball. I sort of did a quick look at, but I didn't really jump into NBA. And as I said, this time of year, I'm not going to run. If I find something, possibly. Yesterday, I had mentioned that I like the Pistons getting the points. That was a winner. The Orlando under. I think that game went over. No, it did. That stayed. That was an under. That was a nice under winner there. That was my little shorty too. I think I did. Oh, that was a video I did for PMP. And what else did we say? Atlanta Hawks against the Clippers. Outright winner there. So we'll take it. Couple picks there, all one. Today though, not much in the NBA that I like. Absolutely nothing in the NBA, I should say, for that. But in hockey, I do sort of like the Capitals a little bit as a doggy today. If you want to go two roadies with Buffalo and Washington, sure, we could do that. But that's that. Let's just have maybe we'll kind of make a little low key kind of chat today. We'll see what comes up in the chat we can talk about. Dodgers 195 glass now, 8.5 over Darvish. I'm not gonna lie, probably gonna be betting on the Padres here. Probably betting the Padres. That's just me. That's just the way I see things. Give me some Padre action with Darvish. I could get a plus 175 right here with them. I see a random 180. Anywhere between 170 and 180. Anywhere in between. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. How are the Darvish numbers here versus... Oh, well, let's get to the chat. Michael A is in the house. Welcome, Michael A. Finally coming over to the channel. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Temple UAB over. Never in doubt, but another W over the weekend. We'll take it. How'd you do over the weekend? Overall, it was a mixed weekend for me. Losers on Saturday. I had my dogs all lost. I did have Iowa State and Wisconsin that covered, but UTEP no good. I had South Florida. How about South Florida getting some points here. They're a 4.5 point dog to Central Florida in the NIT, and I gotta say I kind of like them. I haven't bet them. Has that line popped up yet for that? Because I think I'm gonna grab that one here. Where is that game? That's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. You could sign me up for a 4.5. 4.5 there. I'm seeing a first 4.5. I don't. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Nick, my guy, here we go. Iowa women's basketball to win the Natty plus 650. That's my guaranteed lock of the day, baby. Nick, good to see you. Hopefully, if this one wins, you'll only be down like 20,000 from the last time you gave us, I think, Iowa over Eastern Illinois or some nonsense. Remember that one, Nick? I don't forget. I don't forget. Good to see you though. Pop it in a tournament time. Rob's in the house. We got some tennis. Carlos Alcaraz over 12.5 was a winner. Excellent, 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 Rob. So now the pen is out. Write down Rob for some tennis. Robert Tennis. Nick Nasty's in the house. Let's go. VCU under. Jabbies over. Mavericks money line. Was that for today or what was that for? I meant UAB. Okay, UAB. I'm like, the Jabs? I thought that was like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Steve Bowman is in the house. Morning. My parlay that Sunday ended up taking Auburn instead of Florida. Good play there. I kind of like Auburn to win the East. I had to do a bracket for something, and I had to come up with. And I'm not a huge kind of do a bracket guy because I look at games with spreads, and that's the way I kind of bet them. So my brackets are always terrible. But give me some Auburn to win the East. That was yesterday's picks. Look like some winners. Winners, winners. Steve says the Hawks plus 10.5 and the Pistons plus 8.5. That had to be yesterday because the Pistons are a double-digit one today, aren't they? Michael A. Hey, what are your thoughts about the overall seedings? Who was over underseeded? Let's get to this. Overseeding, you got. How is Utah State? I got to jump right into Utah State, and I like the Mountain West. I'm a Mountain West guy. I don't think Virginia should have gotten the tournament. I more lean to Colorado State, so I thought maybe they should be higher over the Utah State. But again, you got Colorado State as a 10. You got in a play-in. You got Boise in a play-in. Overseeding. Gonzaga's on the same line as St. Mary's, who St. Mary's beat them twice. That's a little to me. And then again, you got your matchups like, you see Michigan State to me is a overseed in a 8-9 game. They're 19-14. What's that about? And I had to say the seeding. I think UConn's bracket. I said this last night, Mike. I was doing the tournament show last night. If you missed it, you can find it in podcast form at Midday Money, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you could get it over. It's on Sean Higgs YouTube. The UConn bracket. Florida Atlantic was in last year's Final Four. Is there? Okay. They're still the Final Four team last year. You have San Diego State. Pretty sure they won the Mountain West. They were they were the 4 seed, but they were the favorite to win. You have UAB, who was the AAC champ. You got Auburn, SEC champs. You got the Ivy champs in Yale. You have the A10 champs in Duquesne. You got the Big Ten champs in Illinois. Morehead State from the OVC. Drake from Missouri Valley, Iowa State out of Big 12, and the Summit. Every tournament champion is with UConn. And is Iowa State the weakest 2 seed? Because they just had the most dominant win over a team that was pretty much the number 1 team all year. I feel bad for UConn. Uh, Marquette is a 2. I don't know about that. I'm assuming they guess they're healthy, but the line's coming down on Western Kentucky. South Carolina, Oregon is basically a pick 'em right now. And I've long said a few times this year about South Carolina, like this is a team, zero respect for them. What are we? They won 20. Hold on, let me pull it up. I want to say 25 games, 26-7, a 1 point fave here. Everybody's betting Oregon out of a crazy run. If this game was before the tournament started, South Carolina is like a 5 or 6 point fave, probably. People are thinking, why is Oregon even in the tournament? Come on with that. Yeah, I don't, overseeding, underseeding. I'm going to have my thoughts of who I think should get in. And as long as we're on that, how does St. John's, where's my NIT stuff? St. John's, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Pitt, Memphis, Indiana. Hi, we're too good to go to the NIT? Really? What? I'm trying to remember last time any of these programs. I mean, Indiana and St. John's. You got this is. I'm sorry. Is this 1986? Don't you want your guys to kind of get some more games in? I'm missing something. Who won Oklahoma? We got a lot of NBA guys on Oklahoma. Where are these guys going to play? I mean, the NIT is like, hey, you know what? We're not going to invite any conference champions. No, no, no. We'll switch our rules around so we can invite a bunch of power schools, big name schools to our program. Yeah, and these guys are like, we're not going to your thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love the small tourneys. Look at this. I mean, it's like it should be just called the MAC Conference Tournament Part 2. Nick Nasty's coming in liking the Cavaliers over the Pacers 6.5. I don't hate it. Scotty came back on a golf course plus 550. A little bit of golfing. Lost with college basketball today. Lost without college basketball today. I did place a bunch of bets for Thursday and Friday. Auburn 12.5. Best bet for a nickel in the Auburn game over Yale. I don't hate the Auburn game. I like Auburn. I'm going to tell you, I think Auburn, that's my Final Four pick. Final Four pick. Auburn out of the East. The Knicks. Oh, Mr. Numbers will be happy to see you taking the Knicks as a underdog here versus the Warriors. I would have to lean Warriors because I know Michael B might get mad, but who are the Warriors to be a 6 point favorite? There got to be people out. Who is out for New York is the question. This was open. This line opened at 4. It is now 6. Now you got a 6.5 up here. So my guess is, and we don't assume because when we assume, we make an ass out of you and me. But I'm guessing Anuba's probably out again. That would be my thought for a 2 point line move, 2.5 points off the opener. Michael Lay. Also, any snubs? Indiana State got screwed, but a team like Michigan State gets in who accomplished nothing. What did Indiana State do? They lost to Michigan. Michigan State, I don't think should have got in. I mean, who's the team? They want to rely on. Well, who'd you play? Non-conference. It's not good enough. This and that. South Florida's won 23-25 or something. They're not in. Anybody's going to have idea if they should have been in instead of somebody else. I don't think Virginia should get in. I don't think a team that scored a couple games in the 40s has any right being in close to any kind of tournament. And here they are. Let me pull up this horrific team. You could probably guess I'll be betting against Virginia, against Colorado State. I mean, 73 to 48, 54 to 44, 75 to 41. Those are all games you lost. You won this one 49-47. I mean, you're putting a team in here 47 points against Wake Forest, 54, 54 points. 56 versus Northeastern, 54 versus Memphis, 41 versus Wisconsin. How is this team in there? You got overtime in both games in the ACC tournament. You came in, you beat Georgia Tech, who's terrible. You had lost 3 or 4 before that. You beat a BC team by 4, who's not a good team that you needed overtime to beat. I mean, how does a team come in with that kind of resume coming in? It's it's Virginia. It's the ACC. Uh, McNeese, I like McNeese. I don't know if there's, well, a sleeper, Nick. I mean, you want to take McNeese in the first round versus Gonzaga? I mean, the line is 6 now, I believe. That I don't know if they're as much as a sleeper as you take him as a dog. Uh, I see sixes down from 6.5s. What was this? Where is McNeese? Nope, it was a 6. It was a 6 on an opener. Total of 145.5. Now at a 148.5. So that did go up last night as I was doing the show. The the line the lines did move for in a couple hours. Oh, NBA locks. Listen, you want to go to a lock? There's plenty of Ace Hardware stores around. Go to Ace Hardware, Home Depot. You could turn on some other guy who deals in locks. I deal in. I think a team's going to win. It's not a lock. I did mention just now the Golden State Warriors. Javi, that would be something I look at. Or Hav, Zave. I did not bet NBA. That would be my one game today, though. I would bet would be Golden State. Golden State in the NBA. And I like the Capitals on the ice. Capitals end their 7-game road trip and have won 2 straight. Caps haven't won 3 straight all season. Take a stab on Caps. I agree. I just said that. I said I like the Capitals. Let's go Caps. I think Auburn should have been a 3-seeders. I mean, the SEC, I think you're kind of flipping. Tennessee came in, they lost the game. They had a nice. Here's the thing, though. They had a nice run. They lost their final home game to Kentucky, which is whatever. Do I think you kind of want to win your last home game, no matter who you're playing, even if it's a dogfight? I get it. They assumed they were locked into a good spot. You had a bad tournament game. You want to say them, Auburn, flip flopping there. I get it. But Auburn's hot right now. You come in the SEC tournament, you got to be thought of as a threat. But that East bracket's ridiculous. Look at these other brackets. What? Terrible. Rob Franklin's in the house. Good to see you, Rob. Pound it. How did the Virginia get in over to Johnny's in South Florida? Well, I think the South Florida is basically who they played. And St. John's had who St. John's lost to Michigan at home. I know because I had St. John's that game. What is that? Really? You lost to Michigan? They had 8 wins on the year, whatever the heck they had. Let's get in because we had a good run and then we lost to UConn by 5. You could, if you want to say Johnny's in a play-in, I get it. But they put Virginia in for whatever reason. I want to say, though, would I like to see South Florida in there? Sure. But were they going to get 3 out of the ACC? Out of the AAC? Obviously not. I like that they put a bunch of Mountain West teams in. Now, not good seeds, all crazy seeds for them. And I said last night, again, it's the Big 12 can cannibalize themselves and lose on the road at different teams. It's okay. but the Mountain West can't because they're not as sexy and big name programs. Winning is tough on the road. We saw that all year long. I've talked about it for the last couple weeks on the show. Road records. I mean, UCF. I just feel bad when you have a 23-2 run and your one loss happens to be in a tournament, and you're UCF. You're going to have problems. Uh, Although I'm going to like to see what I can get with UCF against Central Florida. I think that's a team that wants to keep playing, build on their season, build their program, feel good about themselves. I like Auburn to win the East as well. Ken Pom said there are only 8 teams that formula to win it. Yeah, that's the what's that? The top 20 metric there they have: Houston, Auburn, Connecticut, NC, Purdue, Arizona, Marquette, Tennessee. Makes sense. And they're all good teams. Baylor gets the 3 seed, but Auburn is a 4. Auburn is ranked 12th overall. When the conference tournament makes zero sense to me. I'm done ranting. Baylor was a team thought of coming in hot, right? Mike, I don't know, you heard last week, like, oh, it's a little Baylor talk. I don't know. I mean, listen, should they beat Colgate? Yeah, I think I haven't bet Baylor. I got a little mark next to him. I think I'm going to lay the points there. This isn't a vintage kind of Colgate team, as I said on the show last night. Again, it's on a show on Higgs YouTube if you want to watch an hour and a half of every game we go into. But can I see them getting knocked off somewhere? I mean, as a 3, yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, I could see Arizona getting knocked off by Nevada in the next round. I don't really. The seedings are the seedings, but you know what? It's March. It's tournaments. You're playing good teams most of the time anyway. If you get past the first round of your conference tournament, so really, uh, the seedings. Like it's a good talking point, but you know what? You're a better team than Colgate. Go out and beat Colgate. Auburn, yeah, you got a tougher kind of draw. You got to play somebody better. I don't know. We could look at every bracket and every seed and every matchup and say this is unfair to a team. Right? Yes, fancy today. Fancy. I'm trying to get a little more class before my guy Lex. Lex likes it when I get a little class in that, so I throw a collar on. Also, I have a another live show after this with Ross, Jesse, and Doug Upstone. So I gotta, Ross doesn't like us wearing t-shirts. He's a classy old guy. Gotta you gotta come in dressed. Michael A says, I like South Carolina as well. I'm not an Oregon or Pac-12 guy to begin with. Yeah, I mean, Oregon wouldn't have been in the tournament. They had a nice run. Same with NC State. Like those are teams and again, I haven't bet against NC State with Texas Tech or with South Carolina here. Will I probably go on them? Yeah. Just kind of fade it's not, you win a tournament, it's kind of like, oh boy, you're playing well, let's go. Those 2 teams to me aren't that. You want to say, oh, Auburn could kind of get going a little bit. Watch out. Yes. Iowa State with that defense could be a problem. I get it. NC State, you needed a crazy ending just to get to overtime, and then you beat a bitter rival. Where are they going? That balloon is popped. Zaratiana says, "Go Mike Downey, go." I don't know if she likes Mike or she likes that he's making fun of me and my collared shirt. Patton says, "Mr. Numbers left you a book with chapters in your comments for late night money." Yeah, I saw the Mr. Numbers. He needs a Mrs. Numbers occupation. Mr. Numbers was saying that he couldn't watch the live stream because his computer lags. I told him to sell some of his stocks that he was ranting and raving about to go buy a new computer. Michael A. Top money maker. Who are my top money making picks to win the tournament? I like Auburn 220 on FanDuel, Tennessee, and UNC at +7. I grabbed a Kentucky at 20-1 earlier. I didn't even look at the new lines, to be honest with you. I didn't even get that far. Like I'm gonna have to sometime today to see if anything jumps out of me. But normally I'm not a huge future guy tournament. So maybe I'll look at maybe for like a Sweet 16 kind of thing. I'll try to take a shot on some kind of deeper kind of dog there. I don't know. Something like Colorado State, you know. Maybe how about Mississippi State? Get to the Sweet 16, knock off North Carolina, Michigan State. Who knows? Steven says Seattle plus 26. Bryce Miller versus Sampson for Texas. Is this? Oh, is this baseball today? Are you talking baseball? Spring training baseball? I did not bet one spring training baseball game this year. Nothing. Not in the channel here. I didn't put one pickup in midday money for spring training. Last year, 12, and 2 plus a 2 something. This year I didn't even get one going. I didn't even get one going here in the chat. Mate, that's weird. I don't hate Seattle here. You want to take Seattle plus money? I say yes. I do like Grand Canyon versus St. Mary's. Yeah, I'm just worried that's a team everybody's going to bet on. And again, this is why I like to bet on Sunday when the lines come out before I get inundated with other guys I respect and listen to their shows and picks and just the whole um, world of March Madness. Right, we're going to have our it's a 5-12 matchup. Look at this. You got to take all these 12 dogs. 12. I get it, I've been a 12 dog guy for 20 years because it's a good spot. They're usually good matchups anyway. But I hate everybody's going to be on that guy, right? Everybody's going to be on James Madison. Everybody's going to be on. You mentioned uh, Grand Canyon over Mary's, and who's the other one? McNeese, right? I mean, not McNeese. I mean, how's that line 6 against Gonzaga? What is that about? I mean, and again, I grabbed the McNeese. It's probably wrong. I think they're probably readjusted down a little bit, but I'll take a shot. If it goes down, it goes down. I'm going to grab that dog. I didn't grab the Grand Canyon because I think that one's too sexy. Like I think that is a team everybody will jump on. EQ's in the house. Welcome. I like Utah State over TCU. I sort of want to take that because I like all the Mountain West teams. I was high in the Mountain West. UNLV, by the way, a 1-point dog I saw to Princeton. Like, where's that line? Now it's a 3. Hold on a second. Where is my NIT is for me? This is a 3 now. This was 1.5 literally an hour ago. I see 3s now. I see 3s. I'm going to be taking UNLV. You know what? What do we got here? LSU, North Texas, 2.5. That has not moved. BC Providence, 6 has not moved. Georgia Javi, 1.5 has not moved. Cornell, 11.5 down. It's the 10.5 now. Now it's a 10.5. Line has come down to 10.5. Richmond, 6.143 has not moved. Minnesota Butler was a 3.5, 148.5 has not moved. Here's the South Florida. Boom. Now it's up to a 5. I like it. 4.5. Now we got a 5 out here. I'm gonna wait. Keep going up. Keep going up, South Florida. I don't care. I'll hold off on that. Iowa, 6.5 has not moved. Colorado State, Virginia. That's the playing. And we got Utah 7.5 over Irvine. I might look at some anteater action there with Irvine. I might do some anteater. St. Joe's 7.5 tomorrow night. The SMU in Indiana State. Everybody loves Indiana State. Sycamores 8-point favorites. Loshai and Bradley 4.5. No movement there. I mentioned in unit there'll be Princeton game tomorrow night. I'm going to jump on that guy in a second. Appalachian still at an 8 as a doggy. San Fran 6-point dog. 6-point doggy to Cincinnati. And VCU Villanova. Nova 6.5-point fave. Total of 131. Sorry, I left EQ up there that whole time talking NIT. James Madison money line. Again, you're gonna take a dog. I'm gonna say always grab a little money line. Why wouldn't you? McNasty likes James Madison as well. McNeeson the point says Rob over Gonzaga. Michael, who are your dark horse teams that can surprise and make it say Elite Eight? All right, a dark horse. Let's start in these. So, what do you consider a dark horse would be one? You know, is a dark horse a team like San Diego State a dark horse as a 5 seed? Is Auburn a dark horse as a 4 seed? I mean, they're going against UConn. Would any team be considered a dark horse other than UConn coming out of that top side? I kind of like Mississippi State. I mentioned, so Mississippi State would be, I guess, someone considered that a dark horse. I said Colorado State to get it done there in the Midwest coming in. Maybe they knock off Tennessee. Rick Barnes is a bad coach, and then you might have. I mean, I do like Creighton, but again, that's a 3 seed. I don't. Is that considered a dark horse? I don't know what people think of a dark horse type teams. Like Kansas. Would Kansas be a dark horse because they're Kansas? Texas Tech, I think maybe is a dark. That'd be a dark horse, right? They're a 6. I mean, is A&M a dark horse? I guess it would be they have to knock off Houston. I guess if you knock off a 1 seed, you're not considered a dark horse, or you are a dark horse, no matter what your seeding is. Steven. I love Boston -15, the Celtics -15. I don't like who does? Who does? I mean, again, give me Golden State in the NBA today. Golden State. Where's Maurice with the NBA? Wow, you don't like my Golden State take there, Nick Nasty? Grand Canyon 5.5. I think the world would be on Grand Canyon. That's why I haven't bet it. I mean, I should have 5.5, but Michael B. What do you say? Rob says Higgs dressed like he's got a got a game to coach. Why? I'm trying to be a little more professional than just rocking out. Usually Monday, come on, old school Monday would have been like the Gordon Gecko shirt on a Monday. Sunday used to be. I mean, go to the old videos. You can roll them up. Saturday was the Taylor Ham shirt. It's Taylor Ham Day for Taylor Ham on Saturdays. Sunday was the Go to a Happy Place from Billy Madison, the little midget on a tricycle drinking a beer. Monday was, I think, like a Gecko shirt, I believe, or maybe it was Red Dawn, or was the Red Dawn Wolverine shirt on Wednesdays. It's pretty simple what I wore. Goonies on Tuesday. And then I said, you know what? I got to switch it. Then I just went to the daytime blue midday money, or daytime I wore the midday money black shirt, and then at night I would wear it for late night when I wear the blue one, the blue tee. But now I tried to rock out. I got two whites, 2 blacks, a gray, black, and a blue. That's it. Those are my fancy shirts. I'm staring at them. I got my closet door open because I just pulled this out because I got a T-shirt hanging up on the top of the. I, I could come in. You want me to wear like the old little wife beater, sleeveless, coming in, Tony Soprano style? Hey, Ross likes the collar shirts with the blazer look. Definitely no blazers. I'm not wearing a blazer. Blazers are only for funerals. That's it. I got a wake, khakis, a button down, maybe a blazer. It depends. I guess if it's a family member, maybe I'll wear a jacket. Ties are optional. Michael B says 6-0 night. Auburn first half full game. VCU under. Mavericks spread a money line, and the Illini getting it done. Michael A crushing it. Mike A. Michael B. Snell to the Giants. Are they coming in to steal Snell from the Astros? I am just absolutely, here's a word, flabbergasted. How are the Yankees paying this guy 65 million? I'll take 66. How are the Yankees saying, "Oh, we'll give you 70. We have no pitchers." Unbelievable. Giants are going to get Snell. Pat, Baylor should have their way with the toothpaste. Like I said, not the old Colgate. Colgate guys are not very good. Question is, does Baylor play up to competition or down in this case? I mean, it's a case where even playing down, they should be able to just like pull away in this game. They're the Colgate team, and I said this last night. If you go through their schedule, like in the past, they had beat Syracuse. They went on the road and played. This year, they beat nobody. They beat nobody. 13 and a half is a big number. How about if you want to do a Baylor? How about Baylor team total? Baylor first half. I think Baylor wins this. I just have trouble laying 13 and a half. So you know, yeah. I mean, my spreads are twos, money line, sixes, money lines, one, big plus, plus money, plus points. Michael says one play under Warriors Knicks. Yeah, I think the Warriors covered today. Give me the Warriors. Rob says he's on the under as well. Michael B. College games have already bet. New Mexico, yes. Drake, yes. Oregon, no thank you. Nevada, yes. Colorado State, sure. A&M, money line on A&M. I don't hate that. I mean, I don't like the Oregon game. That's the only one I don't like. Joe Ryan Twins run line against the Sox and Pavetta. I love Bill coming in with spring training baseball. I like me some Joe Ryan. He's going to bounce back, continue to grow. We got some Joe Ryan rookie cards floating around. Maybe a Bowman first here or there. We gotta pivot off of our Wander Franco cards. Nick Pavetta. Steve says New Mexico to make the Sweet 16. So they have Clemson, sure. A Baylor team, which could be suspect. I get it. And then you have I think a Nevada-Arizona matchup. Could be interesting. But you're there. I don't hate it. Plus 250. St. Peter's to make the Sweet 16. I don't know about this one here. St. Pete's. We're going down this wagon again with St. Peter's. Where's St. Peter's at? I don't even know. I gotta find them. I gotta find the PDs. St. Pete's. St. Pete's. Where are you? St. Pete's. Tennessee here. Oh, of course, at the bottom. I'm looking all over everywhere, but at the bottom of the page. You think they give Tennessee? You think the defense frustrates Tennessee? I mean, this line is up to it keeps going up. If I can get over 22, it's 21 and a half at FanDuel. I might take it, but again, I don't know if I'm taking a money line. I might take 22 points. Rob's coming in with tennis. Q Hales, minus 140. And O Vertanen, minus 165 in a parlay. All right, hold on a second here with this. Let's see if I can find some tennis here. Hold on. Tennis. Miami Open. Is that what we're looking at here? The Miami Open. Hales and Vertanen. All right, I don't have that on this one. They're not in this Miami Open matchup. What is this? What tennis is this? Let me go to another. Let me find another book that's going to totally slow down when I go to a live with their freaking graphics. I just got back from talking college basketball with Detroit. Lenny, both he and I are going to side with the Fighting Tony Bennett's Virginia. I'm against Young Virginia. No, thank you. No, thank you, Jesse Shule. I do not want a Virginia. I mean, they scored less than 50 points a half dozen times this year. No. And I get it's a team that nobody wants to see in. And when we've seen this before, Syracuse goes to like a Final Four, some nonsense or whatever. No. Nope. Nope. Like I said, the other ones I'm considering is St. Mary's, Vermont, Moorhead. All right, so let's the Mary's and Grand Canyon. I think Grand Canyon is going to be the public team there. So I don't hate going against the public thought. The Catabouts, like I think Duke gets them. I'd rather lay Duke in the 11 there. Moorhead and the points. I've seen a couple people mention this little group already, and not because of its name. How about an over? I'd rather just go an over that. Do you know that the winner of the Big Ten tournament has lost their first round 3 years in a row? Well, who's that? Purdue? Is that Purdue choking? Steve Bowman says Auburn to make Elite Eights plus 310. I like it. I like it. I like it. Where's that on, Steven? What site is that? I don't hate that one. That would be something I could be interested in, as they say. Sign me up for that. Plus 310. Let's see. Half a unit, says Steven, for the Auburn play. Heat money line today against the Sixers. I don't hate it. Fade the Sixers. I'm all for it. Do not want nothing to do with Philly. So I will say yes to that, Rob. I will agree. Although, again, I only like Golden State Warriors today in the NBA. Nick says, yes, I do. Higgs, you're the best. I appreciate it. I try, Nick. I try. Stephen Bowman says Bowman cards are the best. Yes, they are, Stephen, and not just because your family is the Bowman card family, but I miss the old days, Steve. And you've watched when I do the baseball cards on the Sean Higgs channel. It's like you open up at 86 packs of tops, you're happy. 87, you're looking for like a future star card. It's like, oh my goodness, like you got a gold cup, you're excited. Now it's like you open up a pack of cards. Is it a numbered card, right? I mean, a regular pack of cards, they're just terrible. I got the whole set already, and I got 4 hangers, 2 hobbies, and 2 like megas or something. And I got the whole set, and I have 2 800 count boxes already of duplicates. So I don't know if I should give a set away to like the kids at school or something. I don't know. But yeah, Bowman. It's like, oh, you need a Bowman first, not the Bowman prospect card. That's not good. The Bowman first card is what you need. Not the. It's a rookie card, not a rookie debut. What the heck, bro? These are refractors. These are team. Whatever. Seems the St. Pete's plus 8 dimes worth a stab at $5 to get the Sweet 16. Well, hey, listen, go for it. What's that? 5 for 400. Giants really need Snell. I mean, other than Webb, we have no reliable starters till midseason. We should get Cobb and Robbie Ray back then, but still, Kid Harrison is number 2. We need him. $66 million he'd take. How aren't the Rangers? That guy should be selling lemonade to sign that guy. I mean, your team, your staff is in shambles. You pulled out a huge miracle win last year. No, and I'm not trying to be rude to the Rangers. I'm glad the Rangers won. I love that lineup. The lineup is really good. The staff's okay, but like all staffs, you got health problems and question marks. The Astros, how aren't you paying that guy? Verlander's 41. McCullers is coming back from an injury. France and Hunter Brown are coming off career high in innings, and you saw them stumble down the stretch. Christian Javier, what's he got? Framber. I love Framber, but come on. 66. You're telling me the Yankees don't have $66 million? You offered the guy $160 million. You said no. Give him the 66. Make it easy. Say, here's 70. Please. Let's be honest. Cole ain't coming back to August. 10 weeks. Sure. This is the Yankee. He's not coming back. You're not paying him. Chalk it up to a 3rd or 4th place finish, New York. Mike F is in the house. We got Mike A popping in. Mike F is finding his way home. Happy Monday. Do you have a play in the Cavs Pacers game tonight? Mitchell is out, which makes sense because that line is a 6.5. I would lean to the dog there, though, Mike. Again, for me, the Golden State Warriors have not bet it, but that is where I'm looking tonight in the association, as they say. Nick Nancy says Mitchell is out. Guess he's going to go Halliburton. Nick Nasty, yes, he is out. Stephen Bowman, I got the line on Auburn Elite 8 on FanDuel. So FanDuel Elite 8. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Basketball, college. I find myself bypassing the college basketball and going right to baseball player props. Right to the baseball player props like a sick man. Michael B. I think Purdue will get out of the first round this year, but I do think either Utah State or TCU can pick them off. I mean, Purdue. So you're in a spot here. Again, why should you win this against Montana or Grambling? Yeah. And I said in the show last night on the tournament show, and I said the other day in midday money here, if this is a close game in that second round and they're up a couple or they're tied or down, are the ghosts of tournaments past going to start creeping in? And you have an extra pass or an extra dribble that results in you dribbling off your leg out of bounds. And I'm going to give up an open shot to make to throw to this guy because I'm nervous. That's Purdue can go and win this whole thing. They got 4 losses on the year. They beat a bunch of good teams on neutral courts. All right. How is their mental makeup? Are they mental midgets or are they going to be Kobe style? Where's the Mamba? The Mamba mentality, go in there and just take care of business. Do they have it? Or are they mental midgets? Yes, men in Miami for tennis. All right, I got to look at that. Okay. I didn't see it on there. I did not see it. Let's look at them again. Zoo Tormo. I don't see any of the names in this Miami Open. And these are all for. I mean, this is, you know what? I got to check the other site. Pound it. Purdue is going down in the Sweet 16. Purdue's going down Sweet 16 for 7 of the last 11 years. Like says, what do you think about North Texas tomorrow versus LSU? In these kind of spots, it's like, hey, let's grab the smaller school kind of stuff, right? You want? I'll take. You know what? I could do a little North Texas here. Little North Texas money line. I mean, line's what, 2.5? I like North Texas. I'm with you on Purdue getting bounced. Nobody likes Purdue. So you pick the Tigers beat the Yankees, and the Tigers plus 200 on a Sunday a few weeks ago. The Tigers won. Yes. Oh, did I have that here? I wasn't sure if I said it. I don't. I don't remember, Steve, because I might have not. If I don't put in the chat as a thing, I don't. I didn't count it. I want it to at least be posted. I think the Tigers win the Central. See, Bowman, Kentucky to make the Elite 8. plus 260. I don't hate this. Although on the same token is I kind of like Oakland with the points here in the opening round. And I got a 20 to 1. I got a 20 to 1 on them to win here in Kentucky. I got to look at some of these things after. I got another show, and then we have others, we got baseball. You got to finalize some baseball stuff with baseball starting on Wednesday. All right, I'm going to roll on out because I got Ross, Jesse, and Doug. I will tweet that out if you're on Twitter. I'll tweet that out. That's a live show coming on at 1:30. I will be back tonight with Late Night Money. I'll some more games. I'll put some things up for Tuesday. Again, I didn't put anything today because I thought it'd be more tournament kind of talk. I do like the Warriors. And as I mentioned, the Capitals on the ice. So there is that. Steven says, I wouldn't be shocked Kentucky loses in round one. They lost to St. Peter's 2 years ago. That's possible. Wouldn't shock me either. But if they don't, then all of a sudden, you know what? Hi, we get on a little run here, which is possible with this team. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter, Sean Higgs YouTube. If you want to see the tournament special, Winning Free Picks YouTube, let's go. It's tournament time. I'll be back tonight. If you're up, Late Night Money, midnight Eastern, I will see you